Hi, it's Lenneke from Len's Crafty Life, and it is finally time for part 2 of making my design team project, which is a journal with the pretty papers called Kindred Spirits, which is based on Anne of Green Gables by DonebyDorothy. Now, I will pop a link to her Etsy shop below this video, so please check her out. And in my previous video, which was quite some time ago, I showed you all the pretty papers, and I will they will appear again as well. So it's a very extensive kit. All these labels I've cut out, and little like banners and flags, and more kind of bits and pieces that you can use in making this journal. Or of course you can make other things with it, like cards or tags or anything. And there was this one page that she actually added to the kit, which I didn't show you yet, therefore, in my previous video, and that was this one. It's called Notes. So that was added. Now I've printed this out. To be honest, I'm not sure anymore. I think this was avocado dyed paper, and this is just on I think it was 100 grams that I used to dye. And let me just see, I have my chart here. 100 grams, well, 104 is about 70 pounds, so that's what I used. Before that, I tended to use just plain copy paper, which here in the Netherlands is about 80 grams, but I found that was very thin if you want to later on add like paper clips to it, and especially if you've got if they are coffee dyed, tea dyed, whatever dyed, it makes them, well, I just thought they were not strong enough to hold things like paper clips or add-ons that you want to add on to your papers. And so that's why I decided to go for the 70 pounds or 100 grams of papers. So I need to still cut these out to size, because this is the size. This is printed on an A4 paper, but I did cut off the sides. I'm sorry that the camera is so close. I am working, this is my working station, which is on my ironing board, and I've got my camera, which is my phone, clamped to a chair, and I can't put it higher. Oh, maybe I should have put some books underneath the legs of the chair. Anyway, I'll do that next time. But I wanted to continue because it's already the end of the month of June, and this needs to be finished by the end. And today what I want to do is to choose papers. So how do you kind of compose your signatures to go into your journal? Now, these are quite a lot of pretty papers. I printed them double-sided, and now I think, how many are there? I think I'll make 2 signatures, but I want to add some other papers as well, just for interest. So that's 1, 2, I'll show you. And these I printed double-sided, 3. Oh, come on, they're stuck together now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These are 13 pages, and then of course, so printed double-sided, and then of course I got these 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, well, let's say 18, so that should be about 9 pages per signature. I do want to add some other paper, so let's go through what I have in my stash. And I picked out something that I still have here. This is lined paper. I don't even know if you can see that. It's very faint, but very pretty and very vintagey. So I do want to add at least one of these. Most of my papers, actually in paper blocks, are in my new house where I'm not living yet. This is some ledger paper. It is in Dutch. this en groot en debiteuren verkopen, sales it says, and this is like a how do you say, we call it a balance. I don't know how you call it. So I'll take one of these. Then let's see, I do want to add some more flowers, like Dorothy added flowers. There's roses in this kit, and here's some lilies. These are yellow, these are pink, so I do like it, you know, to keep the similar colors. So that's mainly pink and light blue. And I've got this little, it's a wildflower booklet in Dutch. So let me see if I can, oh, that would be nice already. What shall I add? Just a few pages. Well, here's some pink. See if if I find something else. Now, of course, this is, I will try to open this. This is bound in, and I always look for, you know, I like it when it's kind of like bound, because then you can cut these threads that it's bound in by, and then you can very easily dismantle these signatures, take out the pages that you like and add them to your book. Especially at this size, they're very easily added if I can cut through the threads. So let's take a, what have I got? So I got these. Look, this one is a nice one. It's got some of the bluish purplish flowers and some of the pink, so I think that will do. That will be nice. Then I got this little book with roses. Now I'm not sure, this one is in English, if I'm gonna add some of these. It's a sticky note, don't need that. What is nice to add? Maybe I won't. No, not gonna use that. I got this one recently in a charity shop, Craft, also you may have seen it, and this is just pretty writing, lined writing paper. So I will add some of this. Now this has been cut out, but I'd like, again, it is bound, so I'm gonna try to find the center. Yeah, this is the center, so I'm gonna cut that again. My little scissors are not that sharp anymore. Okay, so I'll take one of these. Then what else have I got? I got this one. This is a German book, very old, very vintage pages, but just look at the script, at the how do you say, the letters that they used. Again, this is bound. I think this is the middle. See if I can cut through. I always feel a bit guilty cutting, you know, ruining an old antique book like this. At least I think it's pretty antique. I heard from somebody contacted me on this, and they say they don't use this letter type anymore. This print, this script. Oh, this is not working really well, is it? Maybe I'll just tear this out. That's okay. So I can use this also to make, because it's quite sturdy paper, even though it's old. Oh, I've got 4 out. I can use this also to make like envelopes out of, which will be nice for some ephemera. And then, of course, I have to have some music paper in here. Can't have a journal without music paper, I think. Well, of course you can, but I like it, and I have so much old music paper. Let's see, what shall I use? Piece of Handel, Hasse. I think I will use just half a page because these pages are very large and I want to use this as a journal page. So I'll pop it in like this, fold it in half. And now let's see if I can get some the signatures combined, see what looks nice. Now I do have to cut out these still. Let me do that now. So I got my cutting board. Sorry, the camera is so close. I will try to put it otherwise next time. And this is very interesting because now my cutting knife is gone. Okay, well, let's try something new. I'll try to pop it in here. Let's do 2 at a time. Because, you know, this cutting board, it should have like the cutter in it, but they always go blunt so very, very quickly. Is my experience at least. Maybe I'm just not getting the right cutting board. I don't know. Although this one is from Tonic, which is a very good one. I do like it. Here it says Tonic. But I got it second hand. But even with new blades, I do find that they go blunt very quickly. So I always like to use my craft knife, which is always in its place apart from now. Well, okay, let's see if my little scissors will do the job, and otherwise I'll do it later. Okay, then will be the best. Okay, then just cut it. At least I kind of scored it, so now I'll be able to cut it straight with my scissors. And there you go. And let me do that again. Let's see, I do want these to be equal. Maybe I'll just keep these on top and I'll cut alongside it. That's another way you can do it. I'm showing you just different ways of doing this. Getting the same result, even if you've misplaced your craft knives. Kind of for the first time in my life, really. Oh, by the way, I do have some of these. These go with a viscous cutter. I think I have one of those. I've got several cutting boards. I all got them second hand. So since they were only a couple euro, I thought I may as well try them out. So, but this is my my favorite because it folds out as well. For you have to push these, and then it folds out for larger pieces. So your 12 by 12 you can easily put on here. So now I've got them cut to the right size. So I will make 2 signatures out of these. And so 1, 2. I have to decide what am I going to use as a front, like the front cover. I know a lot of, or at least some of the other ladies have used like the book, which we will get to. These are like weekly notes, so I'll put those at different spots. This is kind of nice as well for the front. More weekly notes. Let me see, where's the page that a lot of the other ladies, because there's more people on the design team, a lot of them have used this one as the front, which of course is very nice. But I don't want to do everything the same. This one is nice too, actually, for the front cover. Maybe I'll use this one. I love that old vintagey image. Okay, I'll keep this one separate. I'll use this one for the front. So I've got these, and let's just mix them up. I need to put some weekly notes in here. I don't want the weekly notes to be all you know, in the same page. So I've got about 9 original pages per signature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is another weekly notes. Put that in here, 7. So I'll keep this one, this weekly notes for the other signature. 8, 9. Oh, of course, I forgot the notes. That's dumb. Okay, let's take some out because I have a lighter notes page and a darker notes page. So let's take 2 out. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3 notes. So that makes 4, 5, 6. Weekly note 7, 8. So I've got these. Didn't do that. Didn't cut the dark ones to size yet. Oh dearie me, what am I doing? Okay, let's quickly do that. Put them here. I think that will kind of cover it all. Quickly cut that out. I was just trying out different kind of papers. This darker one is a tea dyed. It's kind of like a blend of teas. I think there's some rooibos tea in there, and it makes a very beautiful but quite a bit darker warm brown color. This, I think. So if you want that color, try rooibos tea. Okay, there you go. Got that done. So, again, 1. I don't want it in the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's notes, that's notes. A few more pages in between. Where's the weekly notes before that? 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9. Now, can I count well? Do I have about, I think this was about 8 then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's do 1 to the other side. Let's take this one. 1, 2. I don't want notes and notes right after the other. Let's put something else in between this one. 3, a blue one. 4, weekly notes. 5. Then this one is really nice. Oh, do I want this at the last page? That is a nice last page, isn't it? That is really nice. I want this as a last page. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one in here. 6, 7, and this will be 8. So there's 8 in either signature. Okay, now now this may be, of course, a different size. So I have to see if I want to cut something off. Let's just, you know, it doesn't really matter where you put it. This one goes in there. Then I'll put this one in the somewhere in the first signature. So it doesn't really matter, as long as what I don't like would be like this, because this kind of looks like each other color wise. So I'll pop this one, I think, in between here. There you go. Then I've got this writing pad. Now this one has already the lined papers in the second signature, so I'll put this one in the first signature. Where am I going to put this? I think in here. That'll be nice. Shall I? Yeah. Think so. Okay, that goes in there. Then I've got these flower pages. Where will I put those? Actually, in between here will be nice. Now these are smaller again than the original journal pages, which is fine by me. Gives it a bit more interest. So then you got these, the girls next to the flowers. Oh, and this is a bit of green, this is a bit of green. Well, that goes together nicely. On this side, yeah, that's nice. Okay, that goes in there. And then I've got some music paper. Where will I put those? I could always do one in either signature if I cut it in half, because like this it will still be too big, I think, or not. Yeah, it's quite large. Like if I line it up at the top, it will stick out quite a lot, but of course I can cut it. I'll cut it a bit smaller over here. And on this side, because I do want to, of course, keep the music, although you could like choose to, because this is quite aged and it's original, I haven't done anything with this paper, so you could, of course, choose to cut off a little bit of the music paper and keep this. Or what you could even do is, if the paper is strong enough, and maybe I should have thought of this before, but you could use, if you have a page that's too big, like, you know, here I line it up with the original Anne of Green Gable, it's still sticking out. What you can do is fold it over and make a little tuck spot or little pockets. So I think I'll do that. Of course, I'm making the page smaller now, but I don't mind. So I think I will do that actually. So now, of course, it will be bound in the middle. And I use this as a bone folder. I think it's in my, I went crafting with a friend, so I think my all my stuff that I normally use is still in the bag, which is right behind me, but I don't feel like unpacking it now and looking for it. Normally I would do that with a bone folder, so you get a nice crisp edge. And then I would put some tape over here. Actually, I can do that now. I've got several sizes, well, these are the same, of tape. So, well, this is a new roll of the wider and a thinner and like the in-between. So for this, I'll take the medium one. Of course, you can do this with glue as well. Oh, this is a brand new roll. I hope I can open this. Yeah. Okay, and this is double-sided tape. Take my little scissors. So what I will do now, here in the middle, you don't really need to put some tape, because of course when it's in the signature, this will hold it together by itself. So I'm just going to put some tape here on the edge. And bone folder it over so that it's stuck nicely. Then I'll do the other side. Like so. I'll do that again, then taking off the top bits, and then I am folding it over. Bone folder it over so that it sticks well. Same on this side. And then you've got a pocket. So that's something that you can do with large pages. So I've made this page now. Let me see where I will put it in. I probably first should have folded these pages. Okay, let me do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me take these 4. Now, you can kind of see that it's not perfectly equal here, but that's of course because these pages are cut to the exact same size now, but because there's a layer, it kind of pushes the inner pages forward. So that's where you get that kind of layer. Now, I don't mind, because I'm probably gonna put on some page put some lace here as well, and maybe use a die to, you know, punch, or a punch to punch some nice decorative edges. So I don't mind that, but if it really bothers you, then of course you could kind of, you know, cut it off like so to get the edges straight. So I got those, then put the flowers back in here. So that's the first part of the signature. Now the second part of the signature, again, this page is too large, so I think I will cut off a bit of that. Now, let's see. I really like this one, beautiful. That's a really nice last page of the journal, I think. So let's put these in the middle. And there you go. Then this one, what am I going to do with this one? I think it may be too long as well, but I will deal with that. Now I do, you can see where I tore it out of the block. It's kind of this, not corrugated edge, something, edge. I don't know, but I like that. So I want to keep that. And of course here, there's most of the Dutch print. So width-wise, I want to keep that, and I want to keep as much of the lettering. So I think I will again cut very close to these letters and do the same here. Okay, let me fold it in half so it goes a bit faster, and hopefully I'll be able to cut it straight along the edge of these lines and keep most of the letters. Okay, I'll do the same here. And I'm always cutting from the folded side, because then the papers will stay, you know, straight on top of each other, or it's more likely that they will. Okay, not perfect, but this will do. Okay, so this is my second signature, and where would I put these? You can kind of see it coming together now. Oh, I think I'll pop it in here, because this is pink on pink. Now of course I can swap the pages around, but I can pop this one in there, which gives a bit more interesting. Now we've got this problem. How do we solve that? Of course you can cut it off, or even leave it if you like it sticking out. You know, nothing has to be perfect. There are no rules. You just can do whatever you like, whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever you think is pretty. But to solve this problem, what I like to do, well, so it shouldn't be a problem. It doesn't need to be a problem. But what you can do is also make like a side pocket. Now you can either make it very small and let it go to the edge, but then you can't really tuck anything in. So I think I will do it like this and make a side tuck spot. Of course you can see a little bit of the print here. Now I should do it straight, that would be nicer. There you go. So I'm going to use a little bit of this tape again, and I never put it on this side, because then you cannot see how long your tape should be. I always put it on the folded side, because then you know exactly how long your tape, or glue. If you use glue, you use paper glue. I do like using tape, because then it doesn't smudge anywhere. Although in the other end, I have heard some people say that if you use tape, and I haven't got that experience yet, but if you use tape and you stick in your cards, journal cards, in the pocket, that they may get stuck in the tape as well. So I don't know, Personally, I haven't experienced that, but to be honest, I haven't made that many journals yet. So far, I like using the tape because it's clean, doesn't smudge. There you go. So that's one side. And I think I do like to do the other side as well. Make a little pocket. And let's see if I can keep it straight. I think that's straight enough. So let's put a bit of tape over here. Okay, and I think I'll soon go over to part 3 because I'm already a half an hour in. So, and then at least we've got the signatures together. At least the order of the papers. Oh dear. Well, that happens, right? Instead of just pulling off the top part, I pulled off the whole piece of tape. Now, not a good thing to do. Do as I say, not as I do, okay? And then you'll be fine. Okay, it did make the paper a little bit thinner. So, and I tore off the corner, but you know, there are no real kind of mistakes or things. I mean, you could say, oh, you know, I've blown it now, but what I will do later, okay, got it off properly now, but you can see that, you know, I tore off the corner, but I still will use this. And what I can do here is just stick something on it later, maybe a piece of ribbon, a paper flower, a flat paper flower, or anything else, you know, to get that stuck down and also that you can't see anymore that it's torn. So now we've got a little tuck spot over there. Now, if the paper is quite thin like here, I may strengthen this with a piece of ribbon or trim, and then this is being strengthened so that if you put things, you know, like tags or something, you know, this one is too large obviously, but if you put tags in and out, then, you know, it won't tear if you've strengthened it. I'm just looking for another little tag. And then also I've solved this problem already straight away if I put some ribbon on here, but we'll do that next time. So this is the second signature, which is finished now. That's all together. Let's finish off the first signature. Still have to put in the music paper somewhere. Fold these pages. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 4 pages. Well, let's take this one as well. So that's the first part. Then 1, 2. Okay, this one is already done. 3, 4. And just put the corners there. Bone folder it over or scissor it over. Then I'm gonna put this one in between here. Some nice writing paper. This one again sticks out, so can leave it, can cut it. What shall I do? Let's see what the music paper does. Folded this the wrong way. I wanted this on the outside, so I'm going to fold it the right way. So yeah, that's something to look out for, how you fold it, where you want your papers. And I probably have to do this the other way around as well, otherwise I'll get this together, and I don't want that. I want some paper from the kit in here, so I will fold this as well. And now I've got some paper from the kit in there. Okay, the music paper, where am I going to put that? Ta-da-ta-ta. This is some Could do it here. Let's see. Oh, there's a nice little breeze here. It's warm. I'm in the attic, so I was umming and ahhing whether I should do this now, but it's okay. I've got the window open and the fan on. I think I'll pop it in here. And I've got a nice breeze. So, there you go. Now it's still sticking out here. So what I could do is, of course, cut off the sides, but it's stuck together here. So what I can do is fold it in and have like a double pocket, or a pocket with a side, which I quite like. Haven't done that before yet, but I do like that. So let's do that now. And have my fancy tape again. Put it over here. You could leave the top open actually. You don't really have to put tape at the top here actually, but I think this is going to be a double pocket, or a pocket with a tuck spot, because now if you get this together, then you will be able to put in something from the top, but also from the side. Now let me show you, because I may not be very clear. So let's strengthen that like that. So now now these are like little pieces from a chocolate box, from, you know, something else that I bought, from clothes, t-shirt that I got. And these are little labels that I will turn into ephemera also for this kit. So we may do that in the next part of this video. So anyway, let me use this. So now you've got a tuck spot here. Let me use a bigger one. And you've got a tuck spot here, or a pocket. You see? So if I have something larger, you could, you know, like a bookmark, you could put it in there and put it in here, or of course you could put it behind all the way there. But it's kind of nice. It kind of makes a double pocket. And, you know, I didn't think of doing it like this, but it just happened because it was too long and I do like it. So I'll do the same here. And of course, you don't have to do the same. You can cut it off again, but of course, the tape for making this pocket is here on the edge. So if you cut it off, you have to put in an extra piece of tape. Now, how big, like, you know, these pockets do not need to be equally long. I can make this, you know, like so, because this is going to be in the middle, and then you've got just two different kind of sizes of pockets. The only thing is, if you do it like this, it makes it harder to put things in and out, because, well, you could put things in and out from here, because this space you make smaller. But, you know, so it depends on what you want to put in there, how long, how wide you want the pocket. I think I'll do it like this. And what I do like now, because I did not cut off, oh, I'm sorry if I wasn't in frame there, because I didn't cut off the corner now, I kept this really old grungy looking piece, which I really like. So a little bit of tape here, little scissors. I keep these small scissors for this tape, because sometimes the sticky stuff from the tape will get onto your scissors. So I don't want to use my large good scissors for this. I'm just using my smaller scissors, which are easier to clean as well, to get the sticky stuff off whenever I have to, whenever there's a build-up, a residue. So as you can see, this goes quite nicely. And then fold it. So strengthen it so that it really sticks well, and here. And there you go. Now let's see if I've got an equal amount, because I did not use this one, but see, I do want to have an equal amount of pages. Now, some of the pages are sticking out at the top, I do think that's a bit annoying. So I will cut it. Again, I will cut it from the folded side. I've never done it like this. Ooh, this is scary. Oh dear, am I going to ruin it or am I going to be okay? Well, it's a journal. It doesn't have to be perfect. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, and I will cut off this one as well. I'm going to open the signature. Now I'm gonna cut this one off. That's just my personal preference. You don't have to. You can leave it if you don't mind. But for this journal, I do like the pages to not stick out from the original kit pages. So there you go. Now you can think, you know, what's happened here. These are boring pages to be kind of in the middle of your journal, but you know, you can put like ads and bits and pieces, you know, we've got all this stuff to play with still. And make pockets, tuck spots, banners, or you can think, well, actually, I don't like this. I'll turn it around. And then you've got these two together, but I don't like that. So you can, you know, just play around with the papers to get, you know, I can even do like this, and this there, and this there. Got weekly notes in the middle. Let's see, what am I going to like? Maybe I like this one in the middle. That's nice. Or this in the middle. Oh, choices. Just have to make all these choices. Weekly notes like that. That's nice. Notes. This is a nice one too for the middle, right? But I do like this together. Yeah, that's fine. What shall I do? Maybe I will put the weekly notes here. Then that one there. And this one here. Yeah. I think it's, yeah, okay. Yeah. So I just shovel the pages around to have something more interesting here, or I could even do these in the middle. That's even nicer. I like that. The old books with Anne on it next to this paper. Yeah, like that. Okay, so that's the first signature. So how many papers do we have in here now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh dear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is the second signature. Let's see how many we've got in here. So I count now all the pages, including the extra ones that I from the books. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is 10 and that one was 11. So I could actually add this one if I want them equal. I do want this as the last page. I really like that. Let's see. Where shall I put? Shall I put this in here? Because here I've got this one. Maybe I'll put it in here. Yeah, that's nice, because then you know, since it's a bit shorter, you can see the pretty edge of the next page in there. So the sides are kind of equal, so that's a good fit. So I'll just fold this in half. Pop it in here. And there you go. So this is the second signature. So these will go on top of each other. Now, I started off with the signatures on purpose so that I could see how thick this was going to be. And this again doesn't have any embellishments in it yet because I want to make the cover. So I need to know how thick the spine should be. Now you could do a flat spine, then it just becomes very bulky. They call it the gator mouth, I think. But I want to see if I want a thicker spine, I'm not sure. So this is what it's going to look like. Some pockets, notes, beautiful paper, some extra note paper, weekly notes, more writing paper. So it's always nice to have extra writing paper here as well. Beautiful inner pages. And here, lovely papers. So this is going to be quite a thick, chunky journal. Of course, I could make 2 smaller journals out of this, but I think I'll go for the thicker one. So this is the second signature. Some of the ledger paper with a pocket. And the old book paper fits in perfectly. Pretty flower paper. Yeah, these are like this as the inner pages. More pretty flowers. Yeah, going through it a bit fast, but that's because this video is already very long. This is another of the pocket page. Very nice. Okay, so for now I'll leave it at this. I've got my signatures together. Now you can of course clamp them, so you know, just to make sure that they're not gonna come undone. Now I'm not gonna for a lot of people, you know, you can either kind of sew these into the cover if you've made the cover, of course, first now, but a lot of people also don't do that yet because then they think, well, I first want to know how I want to embellish these pages. And if, you know, sometimes it's nice to sew around the edges. Now, if the whole journal is already together, that's of course much harder to do, because now if I wanted to sew around the edges, say that I want to put like this one and, you know, make this like a corner pocket and sew it in, then of course it's much easier now to just take out this page and take it to the sewing machine than, you know, having to fiddle with the whole journal that's already stuck together. So I think I will do that, keep it separate for now, and see what I want to do with the pages in the next episode. On to part 3. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.